God, it's Tuesday. Pull up a seat, talking Commanders football, drinking our whiskey neat. First Amendment sports, Ken, Kevin, and Tim. Don't muff it up, fellas, hail to the Redskins. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday, here on First Amendment Sports.
Welcome to Tuesday night on behalf of First Amendment Sports. I'm Ken Meringolo. He's Kevin Ricca.
Happy Tuesday and a game of tag. Neither of our guys got tagged. We have some options.
I don't. All right, tags. Pitts tagged. Brees Hall tagged. Those hurt. Daniel Jones getting the transition tag hurts a little in the way it's going to impact the Alec Pierce re-signing that they're trying to make happen. Which, can we just talk about that for just a quick second? Let's just start with Alec Pierce. That's my number one guy. Ken Harris, what's up, brah?
Peace and love, Ken.
Love seeing everyone hanging out on a Tuesday evening. The Alec Pierce, number one target, and now everyone has a bunch of extra money. We went through that last week, which F's us right in the ear. And now the transition tag, which should allow them to keep Daniel Jones. I don't think anyone's coming with draft capital for Daniel Jones at this point. So it's probably the smartest play. They're kind of like, it's like Kirk Cousins' move on their part, but it's perfect for Daniel Jones. So it saves them $6 million, I believe, right, between the non-exclusive franchise and the transition.
I glossed over that part. I just went transition Jones, fair.
That gives them an extra $6 million plus the money they just got, so they can back the truck up for Alec Pierce. And if I'm his agent, like, there's no way. I'm like, dude, unless Indianapolis makes you the highest paid receiver in the league, which is something. Like, something stupid like that, it's going to happen in this offseason because all the money that's extra.
This market dictates that people are going to flip their shit on the price tags for some of these top market players. It's going to happen to us.
It's going to be a terrible stat.
We did what? We gave who what? But it's what it is.
Yeah, in like 2 years, they're going to be like, here's the highest paid, the top 5 highest paid wide receivers in the league, and your guy's one of them, and he hasn't been on your team in 2 years.
Well, let me tell you one thing. You know, I love Alec Pierce as well. I think he'd be the perfect fit for us. So I just did my little dive. His little bro is a baller at Princeton. 23, 24, and 22, 23, and 24, I think, whatever. He sat this year out. He was the rookie of the year in the Ivy League. He was the player of the year sophomore year. Last year, he was second team. This year, he sat out to finish his degree at Princeton. He was one of the, Duke was on him. All the high-powered power fours were after him for his one more year left. He sat this year out, and guess where he's going next year? Purdue.
That's good.
He's going to Purdue. Little bro's going, and it's a little over an hour drive from West Lafayette to Indianapolis.
Oh, okay, so that hurts.
And that is a fact that stinks because they love each other.
Who do we have? Who do we compare?
I know, that's bullshit, man.
Washington?
Little brother's going to Purdue. He's not leaving Indy. He lives about halfway in between. He's going to live with it. Come on, damn it. I saw that. I thought, no chance. But the dude is a baller, and he has his choices. So he chose to go there for a reason, I believe. And this guy seems pretty happy, Alec Pierce, where he's at. And they're Midwestern folk. Their parents were both athletes at Northwestern. Yeah. But little bro played ball at Carolina. They're another freakish athletic family, but I don't think we're going to get a piece of that this go around.
37. I mean, it's going to be over $30 million a year for whoever gets them. And again, I'd do it just because
Purdue, Greg. Yes,
because I think you have to add that kind of talent if you can, and money's just going to be stupid this offseason.
Yeah, that pissed me off because, man, I dig that guy.
But now, so now they can give him the extra money the NFL gave him plus 6, right? So I think that is like the Drake saying, I think it is like $37 million.
I'm sorry.
They have that to offer him.
I mean, that's great for him.
That they did not have a mere week and a half ago.
$37 million.
Yeah. So if you get a step to that, we will have to step to somebody like that.
Going to step to him?
You got to step to that.
We're going to have a break off? I challenge you.
I think just don't break it off, I believe is what they would say.
They're breakdance fighting.
The Alec Pierce sweepstakes. I just want the Alec Pierce sweepstakes to happen.
Yeah.
So they're trying so hard to prevent that from happening by signing him.
Yes.
And so that makes it even worth more for them. So they should be willing to pay more than anyone else to keep him. And my guess is they are. But his agent's got to be like, dude, on Monday when you hit the market, everyone knows that the standing offer from Into Colts. So like everyone knows that, so why don't we just hit the bar, mingle a little bit, and see if someone wants to, because he's like guaranteed the stupid money. That's what I'm saying. If I'm his agent, I'm like, I'm guaranteeing you stupid money. No matter what, you're getting paid stupidly.
Don't work out. Don't do anything.
Don't take the first stupid
Just
money.
lay on the couch for 6 weeks.
Yes.
We can't get any injuries, man.
Dude, he's no matter what, if that $37 million is real from the Colts that Greg is offering on their behalf, no matter what, he's getting $37 million.
Get a percentage of that, Greg? I hope you get your freaking
get a little piece of it.
Get your 3 to 5% for your services rendered.
So he has no incentive, in my opinion. I don't even know if his brother going to Purdue is enough incentive for him to be like, to take the first offer when he plays the position that every year sets new contract scenarios.
Yeah.
So
he's getting some NIL money going to Purdue. This dude was the player of the year in the Ivy League that honestly 5 top 10s wanted. Duke was all on this guy, and he was like, "Sir, I feel more comfortable." He visited. He visited Duke. I think he visited Michigan. He did. I mean, he went to these top-notch places. The guy's a player, and he's obviously brilliant because he sat the year out to finish his degree before, so he doesn't have to worry about anything but balling. I mean, some people are just, some people get it in this new world. And I think the Pierce family is on top of that list right about now. Sounds like a couple of the brothers are getting it done. So
yes. With the third to come?
Yeah. If the quarterback, Daniel Jones, getting $37 million, it's blatantly bizarre and outrageous, absolutely shitty, insane. But they're saying that Alec Pierce was a $30 million guy, guy, and he's
whatever the extra check, whatever extra money they got, which we said was between 25 and 30.
But between them, they're slightly under 70.
They're under 70.
I'm saying between Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce getting paid together.
That sounds so Indianapolis.
$67 million.
It's so Indianapolis
for
of them.
These two guys. Yes. I don't know. It's just
Daniel Jones.
Nuts.
I mean,
Daniel and Alec. They could be walking through the ball and you'd be like, "Who are those guys?"
You almost can't do that.
Is that old quarterback from the Giants? I mean,
there should almost be a rule that you can't get off the bus with Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce first. Even though I think both of them are great and they both deserve to play in the league. But
if Daniel Jones was your quarterback at $37 million, oh God, every Sunday would be such a cheek clench fest.
It's also why, like, if you have a guy like you never,
and I like him, I don't dislike him.
Yeah, but the going rate for the top 20 quarterbacks, top 25 starting quarterbacks is always increasing.
It's
forever increasing. So like a team is always best served.
This year it's
going to be worse this year and going forward. But it's always in your best interest as a team.
Right before Jaden.
To sign
What's he gonna get?
Extend your guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Always sign a long-term deal with your guy. If because it's always the back half is always going to look better.
Yep. We tried to tell the front office that 10 years ago.
Oh, Kirk
5
Cousins
years ago.
for $18 million. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Who would do that? And like in 2 years, the average price for quarterbacks was $25 million. Give me a break. All right, so
give me a break. You busted that one out early tonight.
Give me a break.
Give me a break.
Transition seems like they're trying to trade. I disagree, Greg. Let's throw that up there. I think the Colts are locking him in. They don't have anyone. They're Anthony Richardson's hitting the road. They don't have the ability to draft anybody. Daniel Jones is their guy. He was great when he was healthy. He was just fine for them.
He was just fine.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Yeah. And whatever the market rate, so the transition tag is a great market rate.
What we're all freaking out about is what's not just fine is that's the market rate.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm not saying he's.
Didn't he get $40 million a year though for one of his contracts? I thought he got when he signed a big deal in New York. I thought it was like $40 million.
They might have given him 40 in 1 year to prorate the front load or back end.
So technically, he's making less than he made.
I don't know that for a fact. I remember there was a huge number tagged attached to him.
Yeah.
In New York. Yes.
But I think the the history of the transition tag, more guys have signed long-term extensions with their team than otherwise. And again, like, who's going to trade? I mean, I guess you can say yes to anything, but the transition tag gets you a first and at least a first and a second. I think something like that, maybe 2 firsts.
So you get to tell all your friends you're transitioning.
Transition tag. No one's coming for Daniel Jones with that kind of
Huge on TikTok.
ammo. Yeah. And they're incentivized to, because he's not going to make that $37 million a year, right? I mean, his agent's going to be like, hey, $37 million a year, and the Colts are going to be like, well,
what's 37? We can just give up 50.
Yeah, why? What are we talking about here?
Right. And why?
Because
you guys suck at evaluating quarterbacks, and you had to get Mr. Jones.
Although
Indiana Jones is a great nickname.
I love rooting for him for the Colts.
I could root for Colts all day long. That's why Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. Who gives a shit? Edgar and James. I was like, go Colts. Like, you're not bothering me at all.
Yeah.
Like, anyone that wants to just rise up and double bird Baltimore, beast down the middle of the night. All right, I didn't love that, but whatever. Now I don't mind it, and neither does Baltimore. They got the Ravens instead, and whatever. But go Colts.
Yeah.
Do something that helps us.
I don't know how. The other Kyler Murray. He'll be on the market as well. I don't know. There does come a point now. The musical chairs game for quarterbacks is the best game for quarterbacks because there's always more quarterbacks. There's always more chairs than quarterbacks, legitimately in the league. So Kyler Murray won't be out of work. It's because it's impossible.
Mm-hmm. Because he's so much better than the other turds.
Yeah. That's a big pile of turds.
Oh, he is the littlest turd,
and everyone's
he's the best
scooping it up and taking it back, and they're weighing it at the counter and paying for their weight of turd at the cashier.
I think if you do that, they just weigh you, and then they weigh you on the way out.
No, they weigh you on the way out.
No bags.
No worries. Because Andy Dalton comes out a little more waterier than, maybe Josh Johnson at the end of the day.
No, those old guys, he sits there all day.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
All fiber. So I'm trying to think how we can get Kyler Murray into our division. But I would love to have him into our division somehow, some way.
It ain't happening.
So the cool thing though for Kyler Murray, who I feel like I've never liked him. I can honestly say I watched the play when Baker had to sit out the first play, and he like had like an 80-yard touchdown run. Kyler Murray did, and everyone's like, wait, who's this guy?
Yeah.
And then Baker comes back in. He just never. I was never like, oh, I love that guy.
So he jilted you and Baker, huh? He got right in between you.
He kind of did.
With all of his talents.
I think that's what it is.
You're like, Baker probably thinks he's cooler than me. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
But he can do something pretty fun because he's owed I think he's owed $37 million or whatever, 35-ish, whatever the number is he's owed by the Cardinals, and the Cardinals have to pay him. Oh yeah, Greg Martin's saying it right now. He can sign a deal for like $1.5 million. And the Cardinals have to pay him the rest of it. I think Russell Wilson.
Is that the tallest little person deal?
It's the Napoleon Dynamite. The Napoleon Dynamite.
That should be forever known as that. He's a really hard guy to root for because he has some talent. And 1 out of every 5 games, you're like, well, holy crap, that was great. Then the rest, you're baffled by his decision making. And I mean, he just never really figured it out. Like, you watched our guy, Caleb, go from 1 year acting like Kyler to last year with Ben Johnson completely figuring it out. For the most part, way better than the year before. You saw the improvement was drastic in the pocket. Kyler still runs around back there, willy-nilly as shit, and does every now and then it works, but a lot of the time it results in his team losing. So
and him getting creamed.
Well, and he is tough as shit, but he always had a weird personality. That's why I kind of like he always was a little off-putting.
I love the way he throws it. I love the athletic nature of his.
That's a power-packed small person that does amazing things in this.
How about
league.
I like him more than Russell Wilson? I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do or not.
Yeah, they're similar to me. I think.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go partying with either of them.
No.
If we're gonna get down to the tiebreaker,
I'll throw Carson Wentz in with him too. And
Kirk
Cousins,
Carson Wentz is the last guy I want to hang out with in the NFL.
Those 3 guys, and then
come on, there's no one worse.
And they were friends with Kirk Cousins in high school, but I'm not going to put Kirk in the same bus.
No, but at least Kirk I respect. You know what I mean? Like Carson's just like I can't hang out with Kirk Cousins. What the hell am I talking about? I don't want to
He's
go
off.
anywhere near his
He's
freaking
on the island.
little house on the prairie ass. This dude is just. Did you see his last country music thingy that he did? Oh God, man! At his church,
He's been
a singer.
Imagine if he came along 10 years later.
Oh, what?
He would be the richest person on the planet, I think. Because somehow, some way,
he's going to do something good with his money. So,
yes,
good for him.
If I was him, I'd be like, damn, I got in, and I got in the game. I was there when quarterbacks were getting guaranteed $20 million a year, guaranteed more than that. I think his guaranteed deal with the Vikings was more than that.
Kyler Murray was an incredible college football player. That can never be taken from him. Superstar, badass, dominant. It just doesn't translate in that package all the time. And I think he could be an effective athlete in the league, but he just hasn't figured out. You can't be a consistent playoff contender with that man at your quarterback position. Your offense, I don't think, can get it done.
In college, that kind of performance, a 59-56, I think I remember that game. Those things live forever at the college level in a way. At the pros, you're just kind of like, dude.
The Big 12, they play 12 on offense and 10 on defense, right?
yes, of course,
okay.
Of course.
As long as we're all on the same page. I love watching.
But TCU's 10 is as good as
That's
always
true.
been.
That's very true. And hey, there's always an exception to the rule, but like back in that day, there was a lot of scores in that neck of the woods. Like go back and look at Cliff Kingsbury's terrible record and the amount of points he gave up. He gave up over 70, over 60 twice, over 50 like 8 times. Jesus. So yeah, his offense was great, but like, come on, buddy. It wasn't exactly Cliff. Cliff's offense was fantastic, but my point was about him. He never won anything anywhere, so whatever.
The college stuff lives forever in a better, cooler way, and I think it resonates more. He's obviously
it used to before it was NFL Junior. Now it's 8-month intervals.
Big moments, aren't like the NFL. They're not going to get you NFL glory. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. You have to be in the playoffs. You have to win consistently, and you have to be at least in championship scenarios.
NES nailed it, and we've been saying this from day one before we had Jaden about every rook on the deal. This is why we got to take this $100 million and spend it so wisely. This is the most important offseason of the Jaden Daniels, I think, for a rookie contract.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, of course, going into next year is but right now these are the guys, and we got him for 3 more.
I want to commit at least 60 to 70 million of that, like at least that much on 3-year deals.
Yeah, that's fine with me because that's what it is now. And then going into those 3rd-year deals
or longer.
Let's just say thank you for your service, Biotish, but going into his 3rd-year deal, so I read some stuff today, and maybe the board can help me out, and I always love how you guys do. What I said last week and yesterday to you was like, damn it, looks like we only saved like a couple mil on this.
I thought it was $2 million.
2 point something. So I did see that if he is designated as a post June 1st designation, it could reverse. That 8 and 2 goes the other way.
We get 8 this year of savings.
But I could be wrong. I did not do my due diligence. I was in charge of dinner tonight, and I wanted to get over here quick, snap, fast, because I didn't know if Ken would be napping, pooping, or Pilates. So it was none of the above. He was actually prepared and ready to go, like you always are, 99.9% of the time. But last week it was
a tough week. Last week was
the Italian tea with the boxers, hands down the pants in front of the chair, Archie Bunker style, was interesting. But there's always a first, and I'm with you. And we're gonna get into this. I love how we can. The best part about the whole offseason is right now how we talk about where to allocate funds.
Yeah,
how the draft works, like this, that, and the other.
All right, yeah. So let's talk about that for a second, because the combine is. I love the draft, but I'm not also watching all the combine. I did end up watching a lot of it because the beauty of the combine is the secret hidden beauty of the combine is it's the only real live content. And so they air it around the clock. So at any time, if you're up late, if you're up early, if you're just flipping, anytime and up to right now, since it happened and through right now, it's just on a loop. So, I've already randomly flipped in, and it's like watching an old episode of Seinfeld. I already know where it is and what the commentary is going to be, to watch, because I want to watch Jeremiah Love's 40. I want to watch Sonny Styles. Yeah, all hit. And I want to watch everything. The whole video package from his combine performance. Mike Washington, the running back from Arkansas, love him. Jalen Kilgore, love him. There's guys who play positions that would start on our team right away. Now, obviously, they're not all in the top 7. I think the most interesting thing, which is not like unheard of or totally shocking, but the most interesting thing is like the top 7 was legitimately impacted by the combine. That I think is cool.
Yeah, it is. And then it was greatly affected. I wanted to tell you that Sean McVay hasn't gone since pre-pandemic. There's all these different perspectives and points of view. Why not just watch it? The coverage is so great. Why not just sit at home and watch it as everyone's calling you? That's what I would do if I was him.
I'm trying to think what the difference is when you're sitting in like section 135 all by yourself and hearing the echoing and whatever. Like that's what we're watching on TV. That's the exact same thing we're watching on TV.
There's no like game environment.
But I bet you there's like a badass poker game afterwards, and like, you know what I mean? All the stuff that happens.
There's definitely some fun folks in Indy. They do a good job of entertaining. That super kind folks in Indianapolis. Only been once in my life. Just unbelievably fair. Just kind people. Of course, the food's gonna be good, and they love getting down.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's a neat spot to do it.
If you get hired as a head coach in the league, this is the way I see it happening. They announce you as head coach of the Washington Commanders. Your first head coaching job. First day on the job, and you get a call and you meet some guys and they're in robes and they're like, here's the deal. None of us want to go to the combine, but we got to go to the combine. You got to sit in your own section all by yourself. Cause that's like the thing, right? No one can be around you and you're watching.
If anyone bothered me at the combine, I would freak out.
Yes. Everyone gets their own, your section, you're in 208. Everyone's going to have their own section. And then we meet at the Holiday Inn Express at 6:00 and just, clean socks and a passport and get it right. And who knows what's going to happen. And that's just like the deal. And and you're a head coach.
I was getting nervous, but it ended fine.
Yeah, of course.
I got nervous. It ended okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Didn't Sanchez go down in Indy? Is that Indy?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. But I do know this. After the combine ended, it also changed my top 7.
It had to. I mean, so Mendoza still whatever.
Yeah. That's just
best quarterback.
That's just don't even count that.
That's right.
That's yes.
So I was interested to see people still putting Arvell Reese at 2 because we talked about it last week. They're basically saying that they've never seen Sonny Styles before. That he's a monster of uncharted, unprecedented.
Have you
everything.
seen Arvell Reese?
And I'm like, okay, I know. But I think probably Sonny Styles helped himself get into the top 7 more than just about anybody.
Well, I mean, he won the combine.
He won the combine.
He was the MVP.
He's the combine winner.
I know.
Okay. We agree.
There's no doubt about it, I don't think.
And his brother dominated. His brother was
I didn't even know he had a brother.
Me neither. And he plays safety for Ohio State. He's on the same team.
And you know that, can I just tell you this? The one
Lorenzo
thing I did learn,
Styles.
Lorenzo. So I was like, wait a minute, Lorenzo and Sonny, that sounds pretty badass. Sonny's name's not Sonny, it's Alex. His mom said his temper was so fiery when he was young, she called him Sonny because his temper was just like Sonny Corleone from The Godfather. That's his nickname.
So do they spell it S-O or S-U?
I don't know. So you might want to tell him.
It should be
You might
S-U.
want to tell him it's S-U. So his mother
SU.
was quoted as saying, his name is Alex. It's Alex and Lorenzo. But Sonny's nickname is from Sonny Corleone. I was like, that is so great. I thought we were past. I thought it was too old.
Oh, Sonny Corleone.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, no, that's a no. That's a no.
So now you're changing. So now I thought you knew this shit.
I thought you were saying Sonny as in
play.
like Sonny because it was so fiery, like the sun, S-U-N-N.
I said Sonny Corleone from The Godfather.
I know.
What
Sonny
happened?
is S-O-N.
Usually we communicate properly through these microphones.
I was doing the Navy signals and you were doing Air Force. The Caleb Downs, I still think someone's going to take him.
I want to see it. I want to see how this hashes out. All right.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Every human being on Earth has a degenerative ACL possibility.
Sure.
Everyone, as time
degenerative.
passes. But like, come on, man. I've never heard someone ever this early in the draft get called out for a possible future ACL tear. At some point, we have to just take a deep breath and be like, what doctor said there's a chance? Yeah, I get if you have a little slight tear in the MCL. Sometimes you don't even know that shit. It regenerates and I want to see exactly what happens with this story because I love the guy. And Caleb Downs can play football on my team, but I understand what that 7th pick does mean. And if he is a bad need, then I get it.
I mean, that's why.
Let's wait and see on this. This shit all just piled in today. There's some people questioning it and arguing about it. And
somebody always, like Micah Parsons went, 10th overall?
Yes.
There's always a reason why some guy drops, but it doesn't change how good they are. And it sucks that people pass them up. But I mean, it is straight up like draft math by these GMs. And if Caleb Downs' draft math doesn't add up to top 7, he will not go in the top 7.
No. I think
so
that's a possibility now, but I just want to let's do some due diligence.
Yeah.
So for a week or two, he'll be in the mid-teens, early 20s.
Oh,
and then when all the shit settles down, that's okay.
He's top 10. He's
Everyone
easily top
knows
10.
who this guy is.
And I don't think
I think he is, and I would love to have him.
I would love to have him as well. I think Sonny Styles becomes probably my favorite defensive player that I hope gets to us. I don't think Arvell Reese gets to us. I don't think David Bailey gets to us, and I don't think Sonny Styles gets to us. Which that's the interesting shakeup now, right? Because that's like the 3 best pass rushers, like the ones that, the cream of the crop in this crop. And do you go safety? The thing we haven't talked about yet that we've been talking a lot about is another guy who did have a good showing and cemented himself as the best, offensive skill player in the draft is Jeremiah Love. You blistering 40. I mean, he looks the part. He's big and strong and fast, and he catches the ball at a high. I mean, he's like a 5 tool. You know what I mean? Whatever that
he is. Let me say one sentence about before we're done with Downs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's a safety, but he's different. He's a 3-level football player. He impacts the game at all 3 levels, and he's brilliant. His football IQ is off the charts, and he's a 3-level guy. And if healthy, he's an absolute dynamic force. So you can call him a safety and say, exactly, he is a football player. You cannot bottle him up and say safety. He is so good off the edge. He's so good in the mid-range when he's playing any type of pass coverage against any type. I mean, he was awesome at the slot. He was awesome on tight ends, and he can cover in the 2 deep. So I'm not buying the safety position with him. I think he's a badass game changer.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But that's if healthy. And I don't know.
One of our best 11. He would be one of our best 11 defenders
no
on the
doubt.
field for every play, and his name would be called a lot.
He is so good
by the announcers.
He is such a good player. And right now there's a bit of a overcast looking on him. Hey, that shit's going to rotate 8 weeks. All kinds of line and all kinds of BS going to be flying. We'll see.
Jonathan Allen
we'll see
fell to
who's
us.
standing. We'll see who's standing because he had what?
Was it a shoulder or a
degenerative shoulder situation?
Something? I mean, again, he shouldn't.
We're all degenerating, is what I say.
Darius Geis fell to us all the way to pick number 55.
I wish he degenerated properly.
His knee degenerated. That was a tough one.
He was a degenerate at times,
yes.
I think, unfortunately, but I think he's rebounded and hopefully.
We believed in the degenerative nature though when we signed, drafting guys like Malcolm Kelly, drafting guys who were on a regular basis who came in needing to be fixed. So I still think the good news for us is here's the good news for us. The good news for us is there's more players now in the top 7 conversation. That's good news for us if we want to deal. I think it's also good news for us that Jeremiah Love played his way or showed his way into his top 7 status. I don't think he's getting out of the top 7. I think he now becomes a player that might not make it to number 7 because if someone's going to take him in the top 10, someone's going to take him at 5 or 4 or whatever and trade up to do it.
Based on our conversation last week, I looked at him and Sonny Styles. Him and Sonny Styles. That's what you and I were hammering. That's what we talked about. We're going to talk about it a little bit.
I'm still there. That's why I'm still
I know, and that's what we're doing. And right now, I can't wait to talk about Jeremiah because I'm comparing him to the guy who has Sonny Styles just as fast as Bijan. Sonny Styles, the vertical of Nate Robinson. Sonny Styles, the long jump of Julio Jones. Sonny Styles is 6'5", 244, and he also can play a little bit of safety, as you were saying.
Yes.
But what an edge rusher and linebacking monster who runs a 4.46. And I don't think he's the best athlete in the draft because I think now, after my last week of digestion, that Jeremiah Love is the best football player in this draft, and I don't think it's freaking close, and I think he's a Hall of Famer, and that's who I want. And I know everyone's going to be like, you're nuts, our defense sucks. You're correct. I am nuts, and our defense sucks. But that doesn't change how I feel about Jeremiah Love. Yeah. We got 100 million ways to fix our defense and a little bit of draft help, I'm not saying We can't get more than maybe one starter and a couple sufficient backups. This guy's a freaking Hall of Fame football player, and I've never seen anything like him, and I think he is spectacular. And
in a
I
play-action offense,
possibly imagine what we're trying to do and having those two guys in our backfield for 3 years. Just picture it 3 years from now. 3 years from now, our defense will be fixed or not fixed for the second or third time. But we will still have the same backfield in the offensive league that we are. And we're going to adapt to this new offense. And if we're going to have Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, well, now we're going to have Bill.
Bill and Jeremiah would be crazy.
And Bill. And I'm telling you, the only guy that anyone can compare is Jahmyr Gibbs to this guy.
Yep.
And this guy's 3 inches taller, 15 pounds heavier, and I think equally as explosive.
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is, if he's not the best player in the league offensively, he's top 2, top 3. I understand Jamar Chase.
I know our defense sucks too, right, Ken? Like it sucks.
Of course, our defense sucks.
It sucks.
But
we're aware of it.
Solve the
There's
defense.
more than one way to skin a cat. I get that, and I know that obviously we need future talent defensively. But if we got a guy that can control the clock in the run game, and we can keep this shitty defense off the field more in an offensive field league, and a guy that's his pass, they didn't use him in the pass game anywhere near the way that we will, I believe, in this offense at Notre Dame. He is the best football player by far. I don't right now. Okay. I know these guys have these prospective and these measurements and blah blah. I don't give a shit. Tell me.
I'm just happy.
You guys can disagree with me, and I want to hear it because I think I'm nuts to not want to have a defensive guy. And I've railed against it early, but I never said anything bad about Jeremiah Love.
No, you always said you were open-minded to it.
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I think he's possibly one of the best football players in the league for the next. And by the way, you guys know he's 20 years old. He has not turned 21 until May. This is the young. So you get him, and you have him for those 5 years. He's at 25 when he comes up for his next contract. That's why you draft
guys like that.
And then you got a chance, if he's in a good situation, if you lock Jalen down, we have a chance to have 2 spectacular offensive talents in our same backfield when we've had 0 for so long.
It would be a very good result.
Man.
Whereas when I entered the conversation a while back saying, yes, he's the best football player. Yes, he's the best guy in the draft. But the key to our draft.
I did not know this then, so I did not help you out.
That's okay.
No.
We're all the same. We're all good.
Just please keep going.
Yeah,
I can't stop with this guy.
My whole thing was there's no way he won't be there at 7. And it's important for everyone we need everybody to know how good he is, because if all we want to do is trade back, he's the only chance for that. But what I've been saying is that if not just making people believe we would take him, but actually being convicted, as David Blau would say, enough to take him. Because I think, to me, now, like the second key on the keychain, if I'm going off-season resources and I have the chance to take Jeremiah Love at 7, which again, I'm not convinced now that he'll be there when we want, especially
unfortunately,
with a chance. There's a chance he won't be there. But
that will help us, and I'll be fine with that.
That's true. But if you told me with off-season dollars, with off-season resources, we took one of those resources and we brought in Jeremiah Love, and we took a chunk of the money resources and we brought in Alec Pierce. In today's NFL, that offense, it does everything that we like, the things that we don't care about, right? I mean, it puts butts in seats, it generates excitement, points, attention, the NFL. I mean, it is how you play the game of the game. Like, this is the way. The most successful teams in the league do figure out how to excite people. And I don't want to be like jaded and think like it's being driven by business. I don't think there's anything antithetical to football by putting a great offense together. And we've been going the defense first route all in for a long time. And the farthest we got and the best we've done over the last 10 years is with when we had one of the better offenses in the league with Jane Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury.
And here's my one last point about just the overall idea of having just a dynamic offense. Can you imagine if Detroit, and I love Goff, he's done great, very accurate, but can you imagine if Detroit had our guy?
Yes.
A mobile guy, a mobile quarterback in this ridiculous offense.
And because that's what they're saying, right?
Right. I mean, I don't want to run Jaden, but I'm saying you understand there's certain situations a quarterback's going to have to make a play throughout the course of the game. Holy shit. What a freaking, how do you defend a team that has that amount of talent that I think we're going to surround this guy with? So I don't understand how we could not take the best guy And by the way, we have one running back under contract. We have one running back under contract.
Yeah.
It's not like that's not a position of need. It's specifically as important as any position. And I do understand. I do. Our defense has got some, but I don't care.
That
I
leaves
want
a
the
lot
best.
of money.
I would like to have the best football player that we can have on our team at a position of need. And right now, no one's changing my mind that he's not the best football player. I don't know. Who do you guys think's a better football player than him right now available in this draft? Forget about like our shitty defense.
I don't even think Mendoza is better than. I mean, I don't think any of them are better.
He's clearly the best talent.
Yes.
Clearly has the best chance at right now. If you're going to bet your life on who has to be a Hall of Famer in the next however many years, I think, and a futures bet, he would be the clear favorite. And I think I haven't watched enough of him until this week, and I went all in. And oh my God,
he's very special.
Oh my God, I don't know that I've ever seen anything like it. I'm not a huge Notre Dame football fan. My kid plays high school football. You and I broadcast. We did not see a shit ton of Notre Dame this year. I did not see a shit ton of live Notre Dame.
By the way, best thing about Jeremiah Price to all of my brothers and sisters in South Bend tonight.
There you go.
Jeremiah Love, former resident of Keenan Hall. That's one of the coolest things.
Shit.
I mean, that's a big deal. He's a Keenan Knight, and as is my boy and all his boys. And by the way, all you folks in Keenan, the Keenan Review was spectacular this year. It's the biggest event on Notre Dame's campus every single year. Keenan Dorm. They run like a sketch comedy show, or they do a bunch of different acts. It's like Saturday Night Live on Notre Dame steroids. And our guy played some guitar. But there's like 400 kids in this dorm, and it was great. It's a thing. This is the 50th year of it. So they had some clips of some old school dude, bunch of dudes up there stripping for the
I knew you were going to do. I knew you were going to get that in there.
They do it. Yeah. They do it. But great job. And we love stuff like that. Those guys are writing sketches and skits, and then all their buddies are putting them on, and it was great. So good job, Keenan. And that's where I learned that Jeremiah Love was a former resident of Keenan, which obviously made me smile. The addition of Jeremiah Love is an investment in every part of your football team. It makes your defense better. It makes your special team. It makes everything about your team better. That's exactly what number 7 overall picks are for. I understand. Like I would. If he's gone and Sonny Styles is there, maybe the team before us has to pick between Sonny Styles and Jeremiah Love, and with the person that falls to us, we're going to be happy about.
Perfect. There's 5 defenders I adore. There's only one person I don't want. There's only one. I think everyone would know that.
One person you don't.
It's the shit that came out today. No. Listen. I'm a little worried about the arm thing.
Not David Bailey.
No. Everyone today was like, well, blah, 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 considerations for the salary cap. It's only going to be Terry's last year in town. So don't be surprised. Who's your fantasy? Yeah. No. If the Skins draft Carnell Tate. Now, I think one thing we all can be in agreement on, because I'm not telling everyone out there, I think Jeremiah Love is the only pick. I love so many players in this draft. He's just my fave now. But Carnell Tate, that is not what I want to do. That would be.
It feels very Jahan Dotson-y.
That would be so tough to swallow. That would be difficult. But that was just today's bullshit from who's the fantasy guy from ESPN?
Matt Berry.
Yes.
And he also talked about, what else did he talk about? He talked about so he talked about that. And I think he was the one who he said something about it being right. He said something about it being Terry's last year, which I don't buy.
That was mentioned multiple times. Well, he's up for $39 million. Next year would be the year to get out. $39 million, 18 cap, save 21, but 18 dead.
It's a design,
but it can be restructured, obviously,
or extended. Yes. You can blend and extend and clean.
And I do believe we're not just going to extend him and chop him. He's not the type of guy you just treat. That was just we had to get a deal done, and that was the best possible case scenario. And
it forces both parties to come to another agreement or break up. And it's Terry McLaurin. His leverage goes down the older he gets. So that's in a year, he'll have played another year and he'll have another year to tread on him. So unfortunately that works against him. The team, that's what you think the team's like, okay, well, he's going into his age, 30, plus season, 32, 31, 32 season.
Yeah, he hit 30 before and he'll be 31. I think right around the beginning of the season.
So then they're like, here's what that gets paid. And he says yes or no. So But that's another reason why backing up the Brink's truck to get Alec Pierce saves you from Carnell Tate. It saves you from worrying about Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin sees Alec Pierce on the other side with Jeremiah Love in the backfield. With Jaden Daniels under center. That's what a 32-year-old guy is like. Likely. What's that?
I still want Likely in that mix.
And Isaiah Likely. but by the way, Isaiah Likely won't move the needle so much. We can structure a deal for him.
We signed him. My needle would move.
Oh, all right. Well,
I just want that to be. Sorry.
Yeah,
Forgot you guys were there.
I think. I'll tell you, Likely and Pierce. It's like the jerk when he's like, and that's all I need. This thermos and that's all. And so we're like Isaiah Likely and Alec Pierce, and that's all we need on offense. And then take all the rest of the money and get everything you can. Because here's
we're not getting Alec Pierce. His brother's going to Purdue from Princeton. He's smart as shit. They're Midwestern folk. Northwestern is the jam for mom and dad. He's about to live in a freaking $25 million house with his bro and play his final year of college hoops. Like, what's better than that? His NFL bro in freaking West Lafayette. I mean, damn it, man.
He can commute.
I know,
that's a direct flight.
He's going to be commuting. It's going to be from in between West Lafayette and Indianapolis. Well, Big Bro goes to.
I know.
God damn it.
But so then let's just real fast ask this question because we have another few minutes here. But let's ask this question then. At the position. So what we've been saying, like a broken record. Obviously, we need pass rushers. Obviously, we need edge rushers. Obviously, we need guys who can sack the quarterback. All these players are the same. We need sackers. We need all of it. We need all those guys who do the one thing that we need the most. And if there's a possibility that we're going to miss out on the top 3 of them in the draft, in a time when you would hope at number 7, you would hope to be able to address your position of greatest need. It looks like that might not be possible based on best player available and blah blah blah. That means you have to be aggressive in free agency on defense specifically, and specifically on that defensive line and around on the edge areas of the defensive line.
Well, we even said it. We were like edge.
So
next question.
How?
I'm talking about our front office, our head coach,
everything.
our GM,
all of it.
Yes.
So if you can't bring in the best of the best in the top of the first round, the best of the best in free agency right now is Trey Hendrickson.
Or I think it's Max Crosby, but that's just my.
But Max Crosby is going to cost you everything.
I know, but you just said best of the best in free agency.
But you have to trade for Max Crosby.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not technically free agency.
Yeah, that's
it's just
right.
available. My bad.
Yeah.
All right.
But so
Hendrickson, but
he's the best available talent wise.
He is.
I mean, there's other. We like Owe.
Well, he's my number 1,
and
I would much rather have him.
Mafe.
I would much rather have. I would much rather have Owe.
That's fine.
Than to have Hendrickson.
And that'll be costly enough.
Damn right, it's going to cost a shit ton.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like 3 years 40, but now what we're looking at is 3 years 55. Like all this stuff. By the way, he's just a freak of nature. So
15 to 23 million bucks a year.
Shit, right?
For both of those guys, for Mafe and Owe.
Really?
Mafe and Owe. Yeah.
Boye
he's in the same tier.
They were calling him a poor man's Owe. I don't know who's got all the cash in that.
So the one guy's getting the 15, one guy's getting the 23.
Yeah, brutally
poor.
Range. Brutally poor.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
You step up to the 25 to 30 plus $1 million. I mean, and in this market, Trey Hendrickson's getting 30 million. He might just sign a 1 or 2 year deal to make sure. But he's getting, he's going to get $30 plus $1 million, after his bonus is figured and all that crap.
All I've heard is length and speed and edge, rush, pass, rush, length, speed, pass, rush. Well, this is what Owe is. It's all he is. Going to be hard as shit to pry him from Harbaugh on the West Coast in LA, but we got a shit ton. So.
See, but here's why you have to be. Then that becomes a scenario where we need to be overly aggressive because the next tier down, you're talking about guys who have good. There's Jadeveon Clowney's on here, Bradley Chubbs, guys who they are. Leonard Floyd, Hassan Reddick.
Not needly. I am not full solid for any of those.
These are your $10 million a year guys.
That's a shit. Now that I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's a tough one. Like
that's tough because that's not even Dante Fowler.
I was going to say give Von Miller 6.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Vaughn for 6 than one of those guys for 11.
You could have Vaughn for less. You can have Vaughn for 5. If I told you you can have Vaughn for $5 million,
and I don't want Vaughn. I'm just using him as a.
Well, that's where the that's where you.
I wouldn't mind him for a veteran minimum if we need to sign him mid-season again.
So if you want to start the season with not like because if we're talking about signing the Von Millers.
No, don't even start.
Which we're not.
Right.
But then we're talking about starting the season the way we would hope we didn't have to end it. So like, you know what I mean? Like, let's start the season. If you want to start the season with as much talent as possible at key impact defensive positions like edge, it's either going to cost you, or a draft pick that you can't get it with, or you're going to have to put the money out. So that I think Trey Hendrickson, I don't know. I think he becomes a player that gets to go where he wants to go. I think he's plenty talented. I don't think there's any question that
he's a very good player.
He's a very good player. And he'll make our defense better if he was on our team. The question for me is like, how aggressive do we have to be to get the best, the most talented guy? Now, I'm not saying like Albert Hainsworth style, but I'm just
There's so many different.
They announced a 1201 deal for more money than anyone ever thought anyone would get.
Stop it.
So and I'm talking about he has to want to come here and play here and then get his market money. You could get Hendrickson and Owe.
But isn't Hendrickson 30?
Hendrickson's 30. Owe is going to be 20.
He's 25.
25. That's it. That's fine. That's like the demon we're wrestling with right now because I
want the long demon who runs the 4.36 and has 3 playoff sacks this year when Hendrickson had 4 total sacks this year. So I'm just saying.
But I'm saying like I think we need both. Honestly,
that's fair. That's truly fair.
What about Trey on a 2-year deal, Owe on a 3-year deal, kind of a thing?
If we do something like that, I'll be super excited.
Because that's being serious about the position of need that we have to get.
It is, but I will say your guy Durante is known for putting, I don't want to say subpar, but not just having to have the guts and the glory guys. You know what I mean? He's going to do it with brains. He's going to do it with guys with high IQ. And speed and length, they're huge, but,
attack angle.
Proven, just length and speed. And it's all going to be anticipation. It's going to be a lot of react scenario and a lot of press coverage on 3rd down, which I really like, and switching shit up. It just makes me so happy.
You don't want to give a 7-yard cushion on 3rd and 6? What's wrong with that?
When everyone in town has known what's wrong with that for so long, we all don't have to answer the questions. But let's just hope that Durante, who has been one of the people that feels the same way we have, he has gone through a similar thing. He didn't go through the greatness like we did. He went through the rest. And he's still here.
He's still here.
Yes.
Come on, Durante?
Yes.
I was thinking, I was remembering junior year. I was walking down the hall, and I walked into the library. Brother Joe was behind the desk, just like stamping the books. Don't.
This one's on me, Durante, but next time.
And Durante was, me, and I sit down at the table, and Durante was like, dude, Brother Joe is getting after it today on the stamper, and I was like, Durante, let me tell you something. Durante, this is what we're going to do. And we went in and we had a Lance honey bun from the Lance candy machine. And we got to the bottom of it.
I was more of a Hostess or Tasty Cake honey bun.
Sure.
And I like the white ones, not the clear ones, but they were all great.
They were all great.
But if I had my choice.
I did not have a choice.
The frosted ice one.
When I went to 7-Eleven, it was Hostess honey bun.
Oh, those were the best.
Number one. Or the Dolly Madison cherry honey bun. But
I couldn't get past the Hostess.
No. And that's, if it's a honey bun, it's Hostess.
The slightly
Lance,
microwaved?
Yes. The Lance and the the
Lance
ones, they were
Tasty Cake.
Tasty Cake,
they were
good. The Tasty Cakes are great.
Yeah,
they're freaking great.
But I mean, they're honey buns specifically.
Yes,
little Debbie does the little one, the glazed. Yep. Not bad at all. Needs about 10, 11 seconds.
10, 11 seconds. That was the beauty of the machine.
Yeah.
Because we had the vending machine, and it was the top was all Mentos, and then you had a bunch of honey buns and others. I didn't even know what the rest of it was because I was Mentos and honey buns. That was it.
It was nice of you to give Durante his lunch money back, though.
Well, hey, listen,
good Catholic school.
we used to play games. So we would all sit around the Lance machine, and you answer questions. And if you got the question wrong, after you put your money in, if you got the question wrong, we got to pick. But if you got your question right, have whatever you want.
All right.
It's your money.
I like it.
So that's
probably about 35 cents.
That's just me.
65 cents.
Yeah, 50 at the most.
Yeah, all right.
2 quarters for a honey bun all day. The white icing honey bun. Forget about it.
Yeah. Oh God, that hit. It slaps.
It slaps.
Are you allowed to still say that?
For sure.
All
right. Well,
how about bumping fresh?
Yes, forever.
That white honey bun
forever.
was jive all right though, Ken. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. By the way, I'm putting accounting on that. I'm calling myself out to our community and our group of Tuesdayers. I noticed I drop one too many ums. I never thought I was an ummer, but I have I've been developing into one, and I think the only way to stop doing it is basically to say, listen, I'm a victim of some kind of a disease of umming. And
well,
so
I don't see it. I don't hear it.
All right.
Well,
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, everybody.
I know.
Durante and I have been talking a lot about it with a Buddhist, and we're just going through it.
This poor defensive coordinator of ours is when he gets to finally meet our Ken. I mean, oh my God. Speaking of glazed honey buns.
Oh, it's time to glaze the donuts.
Leave that man alone,
Leave
Ken.
him alone. If Von Miller wants to come back for cheap and rush the passer, there's no way we can afford to say no.
1000%.
I want Dorrance Armstrong to be healthy. We need him to be a force this year for us. That we are committed to him financially and emotionally.
I'm very curious about his role in the defense. Is he going to be a 3-4 edge?
Yeah.
Is he going to be an outside at times? He's not really a pass defense, but whatever it is, Durante will figure out a way because he's great at using his work. We'll figure out the best way to use him, and he's still here, which tells me
he's still here.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's the next domino. Because I mean, I didn't see Biotish. I don't know. I'm not.
I didn't see it either.
Shit, no.
The week or the show 2 days before, Tyler Linderbaum.
Tyler Linderbaum, and I was like, "What are you talking about? We have Biotish."
No. And then you became, you're like, "Yeah, you tell the biggest badass on the offensive line that he's got pound bricks." And I'm like, I would never tell him that. And 2 days later,
captain of the O line,
Adam Peters was like, "Hey, you heart and
take
soul of our offensive line.
take Allegretti and Wiley with you." And
Get
they're
out
like,
of here.
"Wait, what? Biotish is gone, and we have Wiley and Allegretti." I did not see that coming.
Take the cannoli, leave the gun.
Blow, blow.
Wow.
I mean, it's
yeah.
Blau is taking Jeremiah Love, by the way. If you're going to tell me that Blau has run an offense with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, who they just got rid of, which I was like, man, there goes Jahmyr Gibbs, because he's about to be Christian McCaffrey, because that's who Jeremiah Love is. God damn.
I said he's Jeremiah on multiple on steroids. He's a bigger, stronger.
And here's the best
part. But he does that.
No wear and tear when you're 20 years old, and the second best running back in the draft is from your team.
Yeah.
He can start anywhere else in the world, just not on that team. This guy is absolutely. In 5 years, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, those other defensive guys seem like cute, and we did stink on defense, but like, won't we be pissed when he's the MVP in year 3?" And we were like,
and for the Saints at pick number 8, that would be the biggest heartbreaker.
David Bain is swinging at face masks and missing by 2.5 inches.
Ruben Bain, he is T-Rexing it all day long. By the way, he's gonna have a billion sacks for somebody.
Great. He's a great football player. I don't give a shit.
Yes,
but
all the Will Campbell talk is BS. He's great too. He just was hurt.
Bain is a badass, and I love this. Bain at the whole internet went crazy. His interview at the combine, like, his hairline was jacked. He was unshaven. He hadn't had a haircut in a week. They were like, draft this man right now. He knew he was going to have the most FaceTime of the history of his life. He damn near didn't brush his teeth, wake up, don't know if he showered, didn't touch his hair, and gave like 30 interviews and did not give 2 shits. This man came for a business trip.
Yeah.
So, but my point is this. If we do that, all of a sudden, yes, he'll be like, whoa.
Again, Micah Parsons went number 10 overall.
Right,
I think Parsons is better than Bain, and they're both gonna have great careers. Where I want to, and I feel I can't help but feel partly responsible for like twisting the kindling a little bit on the Jeremiah Love fire. And
I had to go and take a look for myself.
I know, no, but what I'm saying is I was thinking, as much as I want him and have wanted him on our team, I also knew that how important it was for people to believe that we want him and want him on our team.
No doubt about it, because
But now that's over.
yeah, but it's fine.
Everyone
because
wants
if
him.
he's obviously either going to be ours or push us back a defender that's, one less guy to pick from, one better guy, hopefully. But
Who would you take, Caleb Downs or Ruben Bain?
Caleb Downs. I think his impact at every level. I just can't.
Yeah.
The way you can use him as a chess piece, and all we've heard is hybrid. But I know, but this is what Durante wants: guys with skill sets like that. And do you know what he can cover? He can play outside. He can come off the edge as a pass rusher. He can defend anyone. I think there's a handful of receivers you wouldn't match him up one-on-one at corner with, but anywhere in the slot, any tight end. When you're that big, tight ends have beat our ass relentlessly for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Well, he helped stop some of that shit. I mean, I'm just saying that guy, and I know Bain is what we need more. We need an edge more. I get it, but I love Caleb Downs. I've loved him. He's one of the few college players that I followed.
As doing what we do, you're going to call his name all game long. He's going to be a factor when he's on the field, and you're going to say, Downs with the stop, Downs with the defense,
Hamilton and
pressure.
Baltimore, I don't see any different. I think this is that type of player that all the coaches love. He affords you to do so many things.
3 years ago, we had the same conversation about Jahmyr Gibbs, and UNT were both adamant and correct that wasn't conventional wisdom. We knew we weren't a running back away from anything, and blah blah blah. But with guys like Jahmyr and the impact they have on offense, like Jahmyr Gibbs is making Jeremiah Love money. Because every GM and every offensive minded owner and president of football operations is watching what Ben Johnson did and what Dan Campbell are doing with Jahmyr Gibbs. And I mean, it's not rocket science. It's like find one of the best offensive players on the planet in history and get him the ball as much as possible.
Let's be fair here. We have the rocket scientist that I love. Dan Campbell came out and said, "Good on Washington keeping that guy in the building because we desperately wanted him here in Detroit, and we know that they wanted him in Chicago." Blau, yes,
all day.
Dan Campbell came out at the combine, and it was so cool to hear him say it. And I was like, "All right, well, dude, this guy, it's all about mismatches, correct? And he's going to run the ball out of this scenario and figure out the mismatches that Jeremiah Love creates are elite." They are elite mismatches. You don't think the
defensive coordinator has every single time the play starts, someone, if not everyone, is asking themselves one question: where's Love?
If Bijan or Jahmyr or Saquon had a quarterback like Jaden Daniels, we'd be watching a whole different version of professional offense. And I do believe.
You don't think Kirk Cousins is on that same level?
What we would do offensively with a guy like Blau, with our offensive line shored up the way that we've done it. Yes, we got to bring in, I believe, a tight end and a couple receivers. But if you have a running back and a backup in Bill that just rushed for how many yards this season and how many touchdowns this season?
8 touchdowns, 800 yards.
At the number 2 with a workhorse, with an offensive line like that, with a quarterback like that, I'm sorry, man. With Terry McLaurin out there as an old school leader at the position that has a couple years left in him, we will fill in some gaps.
Yep.
This is scary. That is so. We now become must-watch offense.
A must-watch offense, which is part of the goal here.
I know.
Again, I'm not trying to be a jaded we're kowtowing to whatever.
No.
But this is NFL culture.
No.
It's NFL culture. It's in the DNA of NFL culture to try and push the level. Joe Gibbs did it when he was coming up in San Diego under Coryell, and then he came here and he did it with Joe Bugle and Rennie Knott, and they pushed
Rennie Knott.
Rennie. Did I say Rennie Knott? Who did I mean to say?
By the way, Rennie Knott
He was
a
a sportscaster,
5'4"
right?
by 5'4" sportscaster. here in
Sportscaster.
town.
Who am I thinking of? Bo, who's the other offensive coaching assistant? Ready Not is 100% a sportscaster like CBS, maybe? Or like Comcast?
Ready Not. He's been hiding in that helmet all night waiting for you to say his name.
Ready? Okay, so listen, he obviously didn't get his due as an offensive
Gibbs.
envelope
Use
pusher.
Ready Not. I'm sorry.
Ready?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You're
Ken
good.
Harris,
Ready
where you
Not.
at?
Oh, Ready
Where's
Not.
Ready Not at? Oh my God.
Ready
Oh
Not.
my God. I lost track.
Maybe a little Glenn Renner. I don't know. It had something to do with it as well. They all were involved.
They ran GT counter with Ready Not and Chick Hernandez. And like, what the hell? Ricca was like, let's do it. God, that made me laugh so hard.
He always had some like assistant head coaches. I know Joe Bugle was one of them. Who am I?
Wayne Severe
Wayne
was the best.
Severe.
No, but he wasn't the assistant head coach. It was it was this D coordinator.
Well, Richie Pettibone. Yes. But there was.
What was his?
It was Bo something. Don Bo.
Don Bro.
Don Bro. That's who my Ready Not was. Don Bro.
Don Bro.
That's who I was trying to think
Bro.
of, and it came out as Ready Not.
Yes. Don Bro.
Putting a fine combed, ready. There is a Ken. There's Ken Harris. All right, there he goes. He has a better 40 time than Al Roker. I
Ready Not knew
that.
my bar backs better than I did. What?
We are.
Oh boy.
I think so. If Jeremiah Love is there
I
at
like
7,
Walker,
which
too.
we'll see. Yeah. Oh yeah. Quay Walk. By the way, again, we have enough money to get. Just so now we're keeping track. We have enough money, even with or forget. Assuming that we can't get Alec Pierce. Even if we did get Alec Pierce, we would still have enough money to get, in my opinion, Trey Hendrickson, Odafe Owe, and in my opinion, Quay Walker. I think we get all three of them, and I think that's going to cost you 3 or 4 year deals for at least one of them, if not all of them, and it's going to dominate your spending, but with the minimum wage contracts you have left to offer. The other thing about this free agent market, which I think it will be a fun thing, maybe let's put a pin in that one. After the first wave of guys go, the top tier free agents, the 25, 26, 27-year-old studs that teams are able to lock up, there's a whole second tranche, and really a third tranche of guys who
tranches.
Who, by the way, we've kind of done okay on over the last couple of years. Like, we've lived and died by the 1 year deal. If we were to go Hendrickson, Walker, and Owe, then we would once again be heavily reliant on like 10 dudes on 1 year deals. And by the way, which would be the least amount of guys on 1 year deals.
Yeah, that we've had underneath this regime. But it's this regime's time to shine. They have bided their time. I think they waited until this offseason, regardless of what happened this past season.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, they pushed all in last year. We had plenty of reserves. We had plenty of 1 year deals. We could have committed more. We did not. It was a wait and see approach at some level, aside from Terry McLaurin.
Yep. And by the way,
the
Patriots swept the table last year in free agency. Their defense was signed. The core of the, we don't have to go through the roster for there, but they did. They spent a ton of money on defense last year. And you know who else did? Rennie Knott. He spent a ton on defense last year.
I know what he spent a ton on.
Yeah.
It was mostly offensive.
It was mostly offensive.
Yeah, it was offensive.
The both of the teams in the Super Bowl spent a ton of money on defense last year in offseason, and it paid off in a big way. And that is how you go. You can bring in enough talent. Now, this isn't the old school Dan Snyder way of throwing money around. They have to do better than that. But the part of it that's different now is, can you build enough talent to attract talent. And I think we have put some talent together to attract talent. And
Mm-hmm.
we have enough money to be the biggest swingers, but that talent has to still want to come here.
And if you're a defensive talent and you're looking out there and you see Jaden Daniels, Laramie Tunsil just re-ups. We got a stacked offensive line. We got Wild Bill sitting there. Terry McLaurin out wide. Yeah, we're a player away at tight end, but that acquisition of, Jeremiah Love, all of a sudden you're like, well, God damn. They're going to be spending on defense. And I want to be at a place that has an offense. Like, let us go. Let the unprovens. Let these guys, maybe not the old Wiley S. We're going to need a couple. And that's why I don't mind having Von Miller. I don't care if it's Owe or Hendrickson. There's always a guy that like Von Miller that can teach a few tricks of the trade. Let's have him around at training camp if we're going to have him. Let's not wait. Earlier I said we can pick him up and blah, blah. But I forget about the fact that if we have one rookie edge third rounder, say that's what we do in the second round.
So, Kevin,
then let's have Von Miller in the mix.
That is full circle for me on the topic, because everyone keeps talking about how deep this draft is at edge, which they are saying that you can get a starting caliber pass rusher in the third round of this draft. Now, not every team is going to be able to start that guy. Like, not every team. Some teams have what they need already, So, but at the top of the third round, it is it is a lock that and this will prove itself out over time. But it is a lock that a starting pass rusher is available with the 7th pick of the third round.
Mm-hmm.
Got to do that if you can. You got to do that. But I just keep coming back to running out, and I can't keep thinking about.
Dude, he was built stout. Yeah. Just not a lot of height. Yeah, and he was a dog. He got after it.
He did. He got after it.
But it was after Home Team Sports. What was it? It was right in town. It was
Comcast.
Yes, he was a Comcast. Yeah. Rennie Knott was local, baby. I saw him in Tenleytown a lot. Yes, and early in my bartending career, he was off to a great start.
Seattle, Seattle is an interesting to me. My last thing that I had kind of not prepared.
I was going to say, you just stared me dead in the eye and Seattled the shit out of me.
I'm Seattling the shit out of you right now.
All right.
My only other thought, and by the way, I'm bringing it to you this way because I think this is down the road here shortly.
You're going to Seattle slew me.
I'm going to Seattle slew.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Last offseason, the Seattle Seahawks under fresh-faced, defensive-minded head coach in heading into his second year, Mike McDonald, spent a lot of money on free agents on the defensive side of the ball, similar to the Patriots. Like I said, both Super Bowl teams spent a lot on defense and free agency.
I really like this point, Ken.
The interesting offshoot of that, outside of winning the Super Bowl, is that when you're good, you're going to lose talent. That's obviously everyone comes to nibble away at your guys because you're a championship team. But you also have roster salary cap decisions to make, and in this case, Seattle stands as not just an example, but also what will happen. So their running back Kenny Walker III, he may very well hit free agency strictly because of last season's off-season decisions to bone up on defense from a salary cap perspective. Now, why would that be instructive to us? So first of all, we can capitalize on that by signing Kenny Walker if that's how we wanted to go, because we didn't get Jeremiah Love or we didn't whatever. But he becomes a guy that Seattle can't sign. So even more of
they're not tagging him. We know that.
We know that, and so even more of a reason to consider adding a generational talent at running back in the draft, who you're going to control for 5 years at a cheap salary while you spend all the money on the defensive free agent. So not that Seattle missed a chance at last offseason. That's not what I'm saying. For us, it's an interesting scenario where we can spend all the money on defense that we want to make our defense better and dip into the draft for offensive talent that we're not going to have to worry about needing to resign for years and years and years.
And as we grew up, offensive talent never integrated into the league as fast as defense. It was just part of the difference between college and pros. That shit's over with. You can integrate wide receivers. We know that right now. And running backs, they can plug and play. Certain quarterbacks plug and play. We've seen it in Jaden's class. Dude, Drake May in the damn Super Bowl in year 2. I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
That's a badass class right there. And we know why. And we saw Caleb do his shit. But integrating offensive players is not like it used to be. It's not that like wait and see prospect. Jeremiah Love, the best pass pro running back in the draft. No one's better at pass pro than Jeremiah Love that will be drafted in this draft.
I mean, it's 6'2", plus.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, that's been the knock on NFL running backs coming in. Like, we're not saying plug and play. We're saying plug and Pro Bowl. Plug and Pro Bowl. Is anyone else plug and Pro Bowl?
If he ever goes to the Pro Bowl,
I don't know.
I will tackle.
With this quarterback, this offensive line, he very well could be plug and Pro Bowl.
I'm just saying, please don't go to the Pro Bowl.
No,
Jeremiah,
don't.
Now
It's an ass shaking contest on TikTok in
Play
a grass skirt,
play
but it's
Fortnite.
fine.
Pro Bowl
but it's
Fortnite.
fine. Yeah, fair.
Good,
Oh
just do
God, that happened last week, and I didn't pick it up until today.
What's that though? That's ice. That's
No,
ice
but-
cube. I thought that was the pen and some discharge.
Oh,
But it's an ice cube.
there is some discharge.
Hey,
Jesus.
listen, we're gonna get someone on this whole situation. There
I
may
think
be
it
a
was,
leak in the
there's
basement.
a little bit of just
It's-
a little love.
I don't
just
know.
a
We're
little
talking
love on the
about
floor.
Jeremiah Love.
A little love on the
Who
floor.
knows what's gonna happen? Yes.
I've never done
That's
that.
all.
Did it? He does
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Jeremiah Love does it.
The Jeremiah Love.
T would say we've gone way
Yeah,
too far, but you know
we're,
what?
We're right at the. We're right. Well, yeah, I mean it. But we're still on. I think as a show for the most part, we're still on a Jeremiah Love situation. Even more so. I agree at 7. I want blue. So yeah. So NES saying
I
great
think,
number 7. I
yeah,
want blue
we're gonna
chip.
get
No,
someone awesome.
someone awesome.
Yeah,
Listen,
someone awesome.
we this is something I've been doing. Everyone does it. I had the good fortune to do it at Hawks Haven forever, and I hope to be able to do it on another spot here very soon. But write an article about who I think the best player in the draft is, and it's in some years it's not even close. And the coolest thing is
I've
to
never
look
agreed
back-
with you ever once on this topic.
Yeah, I know.
In
I know.
like I think 12 years, 11 years.
Yeah.
But
Jalen, you don't think Jalen Carter was the best player in that draft?
yeah, but he was such a dick.
Such a dick.
Like, no.
Such a
He
dick.
was possibly such a dick.
such
That's
a dick.
all.
No. He was already such a dick. He was.
That's all. This
I
guy,
want him. I don't want it to be him, but I want somebody to be the first defensive tackle to intercept a spiked ball at the end of the game.
you have weird wants and needs
Yeah.
when it comes to defensive linemen.
There's like 1 or 2
interceptions.
attempts a year at it, at the most.
It's the only thing that can happen is if they come in. This is what I've thought about. Just come in with a flat. Just come. It has to just hit and deflect.
They have to get their hand in there.
No, because it's going to have to be. Yeah.
They have to like
No, exactly. You have to
like
just
come in and then bat
Yes.
it. You got to bat it back to somebody.
No, but
or
I think
something.
if the spike itself comes off hard enough to the punch at the same impact, if it's like, it just has to be something
It can't touch
that
the
can be
ground.
caught on instant replay because there's no way
That's right. You're
There's
playing for
no
instant
way
replay.
the naked eye's catching that. This is going to be, and they're going to be like, what? And we're going to see it in like 90
Dude, that's why.
milliframes. And but I don't know why I'm even engaging you in this shit. Why did I allow you to do this late?
But that's
you
the
saved that
only
for late.
That's the way this play
No one
works.
thinks about that. Everyone thinks about 99 house calls, like pick sixes, clean hits on the quarterback.
Sorry, I'm terrible. I'm not a good person.
Not terrible. No, it was a great perspective. You pulled me into that.
Get
that
like
rabbit
if they
hole.
get your hand in there. I think Major. I think you're on something. I think it's if you because like he's going in with 2 hands. I think the play is go in with 1 hand, basically an under. Like it's gonna look terrible. Like you're going under the undercarriage of the center and getting down there. You want the ball to bounce off your hand, and somehow you want it to get straight up in the air, and you want this guy here, your other defensive tackle or your most athletic whatever guy, he needs to just leap over to try to catch the batted ball up. That's the play.
All right.
Everyone has a job.
I'm just gonna take just
Yeah,
one
yeah, of
little,
course,
no,
of course.
because I'm telling you this. This is
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing this for effect. My thing. I've thought about this for possibly 30 years. I'm a strange person. I was an offensive coordinator for very too long, but
Okay.
center and quarterback go cheek to cheek. Center's
Center.
facing the right way. Instead of the
And
quarterback
quarterbacks.
getting under with hands, he turns around,
And full moons.
cheeks to
Moon
cheek.
to moon. Moon landing.
What was it? Moon landing.
Moon
on
landing.
Moon landing.
Modern Family. Yep.
But reaches back underneath. So now the quarterback has zero visibility towards the defense.
Yeah.
But there's one guy going in
And he
motion.
goes like wedding.
There's 3
like
running
bouquet
backs.
style at the wedding.
And the ball is snapped to this man. and no one's going to see what happens for the first 2 seconds.
Okay.
There's no way. The quarterback is shielded. So I just want I want a moon landing hike to a quarterback, and this could be done at the JV level. Send me the video. I need to see it happen. My dad coached with me at the youth league when I coached my son. He would not allow me to do this. He was like, I will not be part of this. I know how the internet works. You're not doing it. But cheek to cheek snap.
Yep.
And now think of the variables. Think of the motions, the jet orbits, and the ability. Now you have to catch it, and you have to get away from it. And now you have there's so many options. I'm done. I'm done. I digress.
No,
but
Kevin, I'm telling you, the pass is a no-look wedding bouquet toss. So and you call it that in the huddle. No-look wedding bouquet toss on 5.
That's for only goal line. That's only red zone scenario.
And the guy is with his back to the entire defense. He takes the wedding bouquet and he just throws it because he lines up his angle with the far end there, and he throws it to the back corner. And it's a back corner. It's just a back corner wedding bouquet toss to the bridesmaid who wants it the most.
I never should have released my deepest, darkest secret, only to be intercepted by a tremendous catcher of the wedding bouquet.
Wedding bouquet toss on 17. Let's go, everybody.
I think T would want us to end on wedding bouquet toss on 3.
On 3. Hey, he's Kevin Ricca.
Yeah. Yes, we're in 13 personnel. We're going wedding bouquet toss.
Wedding bouquet toss on 3, baby. Let's go. And then that guy knows. Trent Scott's like, wait, that's me. I go to the back of the end zone for a fade.
Why are we running splashdown waterfall?
Trent Scott. Trent Scott. Hey, appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight.
You guys are the best.
I know that I hope it doesn't sound to me. What's monotonous about a Rennie Knott show at the end of the day?
True. Shout out Rennie.
Shout out Rennie.
What a great name. Also, sorry that Ken and I we usually disagree on this shit for like 11 years. So we would like to have someone to disagree with us. So thank you to the board tonight for reminding us that our defense does suck. Ken and I do know it. And we're not telling you that we know better than anyone. But I think we're in agreement. And our favorite thing to do is find the best player in the draft year in, year out and discuss it. And this year, there will be no arguing at Ken's house. And I think in 5 years, we'll all still be boys here. And you guys are either going to pull our pants down and put us on the internet, or we're going to tell you we were right about Jeremiah Love.
Speaking of, and I know the people who are hanging out here late with us that are in the area or might be in the area. Now Kevin doesn't know this yet, but he kind of does. I think we need to figure this out, obviously, from a logistical perspective, timing wise, but this is a great year to do a draft, for some people to hang out with us on draft night. Potentially here for that first round for that number 7 overall pick. Get some people in the basement. We have a nice little lounge area for people to hang out in. We got some ways to see it. I know it's a Thursday. We've worked through some things. Maybe this isn't where we do it, but I think this is our live draft show history is some of my favorite stuff, and this will be a fun one.
This is going to be one of the most fun ones to do with you guys. That's why we're not shoving Jeremiah down your throat. There is a bunch of players we'd be loving to get. It's just
sorry, AGH.
What do we do?
It's 3:30 a.m. in Wales, and we're going on about a wedding bouquet toss.
Hey, welcome back, man.
Yes. By the way, such
Last
a strong
week was
return.
So cool. I know.
Such a strong return.
I know. The wedding bouquet tossed it. I didn't see it coming, AGH. I didn't see it coming.
It fits. It's the fittingest fit.
All you need is love.
It's everything's so great.
And he has his own comic strip, Ken. I didn't want to just tell you this.
That I did not know.
Jeremiah Star.
Oh.
He's a big anime.
Damn it.
He has his own. How do you say? It's not manga? Anime / manga?
Yeah, something like that.
He's a huge fan, and it teaches all these stories. He's from the inner city in St. Louis, and went to Christian Brothers. Christian Brothers, Christian Brothers high schools are legit. I went to one myself, and middle school and grade school, to tell you the truth. So I just want to hug this guy. He's in Derry now. He's no longer in Wales, sir. Okay. He said that last week, and I thought that was cool because.
Derry Gog. There it is. Andrew Derry Gog. I got you. Sorry, man. Well, welcome to Derry.
Table on the mall. No, we all get a table on the mall. We are all going to the mall.
For the draft?
Listen, and yes, technically just said, or you get a table at the mall. Trust me, We're gonna have credentials. I think
We-
there's a chance we have.
There is a chance,
There's
obviously.
a chance we have some credentials.
So this year's it's in Pittsburgh, right?
Yep.
And then next year DC. That gives us a year to grease the
Let's all go
skids.
to the mall. I'm just saying. I can't go to Spain.
all
I
go
can't
to
go
the
to
mall.
London. AGH. I thought about you when I saw it. I would love to. I just can't. My babies are too young. But what I can do is take a 7 Metro stop ride to the mall.
And
That I
by the
can
way,
do.
we could broadcast live there with ease with a cell phone camera and the Marine flag and
We can do whatever we want at the
this
mall.
pen and this Band-Aid. I don't know. There's a Band-Aid on the desk here. Like this, by the way, we are prepared
like
for
it.
everything. We have Princess Cashmere, belly dancer for hire.
Ready not? We got your
Simpsons
helmet.
pens.
You're invited.
And things happen when you turn it upside down. It's a great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on here, but we want to thank everybody for hanging out with us and thank you for coming back. Now he definitely doesn't want to draft him.
I know. Can you picture? I want a photograph of Greg Martin. Is that possible? Can I get that,
I
Greg?
don't know. Not,
Greg,
but yeah,
can we-
I mean, hey,
can we
if
please?
if he does it for you, he does it for you.
I'll do. Look, I will respond. Like you can request something, and I will start it. Like I'm just saying, if I could get Greg Martin on one of your graphics on this show
just
on one of the
going
next
hard style.
5 Tuesdays with Jeremiah Love, and I know. Look.
That's just an
I
oval.
don't disagree that your opinion is incorrect. I
It's
don't.
like that.
I don't think Jeremiah Love is the
Oh, there you
only.
go.
I just didn't think I would ever thought. I never thought I would think he would be someone I would even think about until I saw him. Sounds like a love story.
It does in many
Mm.
ways. And yes, if we're doing this, your buddy's birthday party is happening there, or we're going to be doing a live party, or we're performing live at your buddy's birthday party. I don't know how it's all
Or
going to go
we
down.
can bring First Cousins Catering and bartending service.
Yes.
Anywhere we roll.
Yes.
And we roll
Yes.
deep, and we're Redskins, 4
Yes.
generationally deep, and I think that might be the answer.
I think
No,
it
we
is.
all show up, stake out a claim, and do what we do. Yeah, that would be super cool.
Hopefully, we're not drafting 7th overall. Because for 2 reasons. One, because we wouldn't have sucked the previous year.
We're gonna be in it for the long haul that night.
And
baby.
2, yes, I
The
want
long
when the
haul.
camera comes to the
Yes.
Redskins fans when we pick at 29 or 30 or 32. I
And
want
the whiskey
it's-
bottle looks like this.
the fireworks going off behind the Washington Monument. They're
Oh.
going to announce like Matthew Golden got his moment in Green Bay last year when he was drafted in front of the Green Bay crowd. If we're lucky enough for our guy to be there, I mean, not many guys come that are going to be drafted number 32 overall. But this could be like the NBA draft. Do you remember the old NBA draft? I mean, I know I'm a stupid. I love watching all drafts. The best part about the NBA draft in like the late 90s and the early 2000s was there would always be like some Eastern European dudes who were gonna get drafted.
Huge pantsuits. Yes.
huge pantsuits, like they were out to here, and then it was like a cartoon.
Who's the guy that went to
caricature.
the Pistons after we took Kwame? Remember him? Yeah.
Milicic?
Yes, Darko. Yeah.
Wasn't it Darko?
He had the European. Was
Yeah.
he was supposed to be the next? And man, poor
So,
guy. He became
they-
a farmer.
They, I believe, was that the same draft as Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh? I can't remember. But but all I'm saying is the best part about that draft would be like pick whatever it was, 29, 32, 40. And they'd be like, and the Atlanta Hawks select Ibrahim Ravicevic from Romania. And they'd be like, this guy. And they'd be like, oh my God, he's here. And they'd like pan up to the cheap seats. And he'd be like, yeah. And he'd be like, how do I get down there? And he's like, you don't go down there. But he's going for the exits and it's coming down. He's like, hey, this guy just got drafted. And it was like a Jumbotron kiss cam
He was smoking.
situation.
Yeah, exactly. He was
That's
smoking
what-
cigarettes with
Yes.
Vladi. He had to go make out with his
Yes.
blonde, black bearded girlfriend, also rifling ciggies.
He's like, holy shit.
it was
we did it.
amazing. Vladi Divac.
So
what
we
an
don't
amazing
get that
player.
in the NFL so much because guys, they're like, first of all, they're already millionaires. This is long past the time when they're making their first million. This is when before Jamarcus Russell and Sam Bradford cashed $50 million checks
Oh
before
boy,
ever playing
that
it
was
down.
that was it.
That was it.
That was it.
They were like, never again. So these guys are already mega whatever. They're not looking to sit around at these events if they're not going to be in the top. But
Exactly. They all
so
they've
our
made their
guy,
millions.
they've already made their millions. They're like, Tell me what city I have to report
My
to.
whole family already cried, and I gave them all my money. What do you want from me?
No one pays a mortgage. Everyone drives
My
3
sister
cars.
is such a bitch.
Yes. What else do we? I mean, we're pretty
All
much.
of her boyfriends also bitches.
You're basically giving me a huge problem by giving me a huge contract.
Oh.
So,
it's true.
cheers to those guys for dealing with it. So, it would be special if the guy we drafted was there, but part of us has to hope that we draft so low that he won't be there. And then the party on them, everyone's going to be. I mean,
This is our party.
It's going to be crazy.
This
All
is
right.
our party.
I will do that.
We will all be at the mall.
I don't want to be in the front row section or up in like the whatever. I want to be as far away from the official production of it as possible.
Yes. Well, we know a couple spots down there.
Yes,
too.
we do.
No. Like we set up shop right here. We are 100 yards in front of 3 spots that 40 of us can venture into.
Yep.
Easily.
I love talk. We talked NBA draft and the Wizards. That really, and again, just really trying.
Trae Young playing on Thursday though.
Trying to keep that dairy audience engaged late night here.
Those dairy girls engaged.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying.
Weston Town and dairy girls.
Dairy
We'll see
girls.
Everyone in 7 days.
Have a great week and weekend. And next time, we'll be all tampering around. We're going to tamper around next week.
Be so
well, no, the tampering will be finished next week.
We'll know some shit.
Oh, we're going to know awesome. Good luck to us. Good luck to you guys. And
the next time we see each other is going to be
we would have all been
a whole
tampered
different
with.
deal.
Yeah.
Post tampering, right? We have that right now. We have that pre-tampering glow, but wait till that post-tampering glow. It's going to be. We don't have to turn down the lights for that. We are still live in Derry. Love you guys. Still pushing for some. I think we need about 94,000 to get to our subscriber push goal. We're getting there. We appreciate everyone's efforts. Actually, we have been doing pretty well. What's our latest? I like to.
Greg Martin wants us to smell that dairy air.
Dairy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I think we're at. Oh, yep. Nope. 94,000. 93,000 and change. Just everybody.
Is that what we bought those new guitars?
Tell one friend this week. One friend. We'll see you guys in 7 days. Until then, thank God it's Tuesday. We are still live.
Man. So many good players that we need.
So many players that we need.
Can't believe I want a running back. I can't believe it, but you watch him. Ken. You're right. Nasta.
There's your guy, AGH. Don't worry. He's always got people around that are willing to help him. Nasta! Here on first.
Amendment Sports.
Still don't know where he's going.
Stop putting him out. And I don't. Come on, Nick Cross.
Let's go, baby.
That man is a tackling fool. He doesn't miss tackles.
Hasn't been ejected in a long time. Huge. Oh, what about this guy? All of a sudden. Him or Alec Pierce? Linderbaum or Alec Pierce? You had to choose with your money.
What? Alec Pierce.
Okay.
But can't you get your BFF? NES Tecmo wants to know. He's a McNamara guy. Let's get the DC to subscribe. Like that should be the goal.
Have the DC subscribe.
I like it.
All right. Let's go. By the way, you
love these challenges, Ken.
I do, and by the way, I can't do it without. I mean, NES
I'll help you.
is
I will
maroon and
help
gold.
you. But NES, yeah.
Where you at, baby?
Yeah.
Hey, hit me up.
Let's do it.
Hit me up on Twitter.
Let's do it. I'm in. Let's accept this challenge.
Let's accept the challenge. We'll see you next week. How do I turn this off?
First Amendment Sports.